Hansen, in July of 2020, the NRC and EPA signed a memorandum of understanding regarding the regulation of uranium in situ recovery facilities. The MOU provided clarification of the respective roles and responsibilities of the two agencies, and it was needed. Will you commit that the NRC will uphold this MOU, particularly as the agency proceeds with its consideration of a draft proposed rule regarding uranium in situ recovery facilities?
Senator, thank you for that. The approval of the MOU with EPA was a full commission decision, and it would take a decision by the commission to change that MOU, and that's not a matter before us at this time. So I don't foresee any changes in the immediate future.
So if there were to be a change, the entire commission would have to abrogate the MOU in order to make the rulemaking conform to their new ideas. Is that
I believe
true?
that the proposed rule on the in situ recovery that's before us conforms to the MOU.
Okay,
Yep.
perfect, thank you. The NRC and the states that have implemented NRC regulation requirements, the agreement states, of which my state of Wyoming is one,
Yes.
have a really good track record on in situ recovery. We make sure that uranium recovery is safe, that it's carried out through regulation, guidance, site-specific licensing considerations, and the expertise of regulatory staff. The regime is comprehensive, and it's working very well to protect the environment. I understand that the NRC is seeking to formalize aspects of the licensing process in the draft proposed rule. In doing so, would you agree that the NRC should reinforce existing management practices that are working well and not duplicate or supplant them?
As a general matter, I think if agreement states are executing the programs that they have in front of them, that there is not a need for the NRC to, as you say, duplicate that effort.
Okay.
We don't do that in other areas, for example.
Okay.
We do inspect state programs on a triennial basis, I believe, for their effectiveness. And we would do that, the same thing with Wyoming, I think, coming up. They're a new agreement state, so I think their review is some ways off. But those reviews tend to be generally, right, they tend to be constructive. We want to help states implement their programs effectively.
Well, and that, I think that's a worthwhile give and take that occurs during those discussions. And
That's
it's
right.
important that you understand what they're doing and they understand what you expect of them. So that's reassuring. My next question, thank you, is for all of you. As you know, TerraPower's Natrium Power Plant is going to be built near Kemmer, Wyoming, and we're very, very pleased with that choice. It's a timeline that will allow workers from the coal plant that's slated to be closed to transition to the Natrium plant. Both DOE and the developers have said they can meet the 7-year deadline imposed by Congress, but this will require the NRC to review and approve applications in a streamlined and efficient manner because it's a pretty tight timeline. Congress also passed the Nuclear Energy Innovation and Modernization Act to push the NRC to move faster on licensing advanced reactors. NRC has been working hard to meet the bill's timelines, and it's clear that meeting these timelines and moving faster is a key priority for Congress. So for all the commissioners, does the NRC have what it needs to ensure that these reactors funded through a public-private partnership will achieve the 2028 goal? And if not, what more do you need from Congress?
Yeah, Senator, thank you for that. At this point, I would say we do have what we need. We've gotten money outside of our regular fee structure for the development of the advanced reactor rulemaking. We are, the Department of Energy, of course, has granted money to the ARDP awardees like TerraPower, and they're using some of that money to consult with us for early licensing engagement. So I think we're on a good track now. To the extent that we need additional resources, if I could, I'll put in a plug for some of our corporate support functions in the IT area to make sure we've got the information technology tools, and in our human capital area so that we've got the people on board that we need to hire the people that we're going to need to review these applications. So it's kind of one step removed. I think we're doing well in the technical areas. Again, the conversation we had with Senator Cardin about the need to backfill a lot of the technical expertise that is going to retire over time, we're actively engaged in that. But at the moment, I think we're in a good situation. So,
Mr.
I agree with the chairman. I think we're well positioned to do this work.
Great. Mr. Wright?
And he did a very good job. There's not much to add to it, except to say we're going to do everything we can not to be a barrier to anything there.
yeah, all said.
I thank the witnesses, and I yield back. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
You bet. Thanks so much for joining us today. Senator Whitehouse.